Welcome to Open Minds, Open Mic, the place to be on a Friday night, 2025. It's the year we're all gonna thrive. Here at Open Minds, you got me, Thomas Open Minds, back hosting the Friday show. We have an excellent lineup for you guys. I'm really excited. Yes, it feels good just to be back too to host again, you know? Um, Dre's off doing his own thing, Bloodline Poetry. Make sure you guys are following him to check out what he's doing over there. Check out the Slam Jam tomorrow. But yeah, let's get this show rolling. So on deck, we've got Joski C. And coming up now, we have Terry Rose Jertson. Terry, if you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Hello. Okay. Um, so this is a new poem I just wrote after hearing a commercial for you'll figure it out when I read it. Apparently, there's a right and wrong way to poop. Going into the new year, I hope that I learned to poop correctly. Heard a commercial for Squatta Potty. Successful poops are now available to everyone. To be honest, I never thought about the posture of my posterior as it perches precariously, like Horton the elephant, who got into trouble, tricked, making the impossible possible, heroically hatching the incredible inedible egg, sorry, unsuspecting, trying not to break the branches with his insurmountable weight, where nest held baby bird. To compare the process to giving birth can be an understatement because my struggles have been continual since a young child. Solutions offered were not ideal. Corn syrup, Fletcher's Castoria, prune juice were pushed like drugs on me by my God-fearing Nana. She knew the importance of being regular. They have since been replaced by coconut water, fruit, and extreme avoidance of dairy. Lactose intolerance is an allergy I can only hope that my eulogy would not begin and end on the bowl. These are gross poems, so we're starting off gross.
Let's do it.
Okay? Red heart symbolizes blood, not love. Menses, not honored as scarlet letter. Menses worn as badge, incoming womanhood. Menses, unavoidable, painful, embarrassing, shame, girls. Menses and self-love, two polar opposites. Can't wear bathing suit at pool party. Bloated belly staring back at me. Before tampons, bulky pads always broadcasted. Menses ruined date night, period sex always showing up unexpectedly, Menses. And I have another one that's sort of continuing on about that one. It's called Period Poem. I remember the day my frenemy came to work, celebrated in other places, but not in this country. She visited me without calling first, just that sharp pain and then that hot flush of unstoppable crimson liquid between my legs. Run away! Avert your eyes! Do not look at me! There is everything and nothing to see here. Why was I crying? Because I had had enough of this relentless, unwanted house guest of 20 years refusing to leave. It was long enough to be saddled with the disease of the blood, as it was once called, but the sentiment was unchanged from the time of Christ to this day. Not revered, repellent, remorseful, regrettable day. There, I stay, naked, dirty, other women coming in and out of the public restroom, pretending not to see the bare-assed woman, wringing out stains, her hands in sink, sobbing as unholy water failed to wash away her sin.
Yeah, Terry, starting off this wonderful night. Everybody, unmute yourselves and give it up for Terry Rose Judson.
Yeah, hey,
That
Terry.
was wonderful, Terry.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Very colorful.
I love the Squatty Potty one too, man. I've been wanting to try that out.
I love the fact that she reminds us that we are bodies. We're tied to
Yeah,
bodies.
yeah. We're not just this heart and soul, but we got this big old meat suit we're lugging around that,
That's right.
does this thing. So, thank you again so much, Terry, for all that you do, and good luck on learning that belly dancing, man. I know you got it in you. I see you grooving. You got that. All right. So coming up next, or on deck, actually, we have Ragged the poet, or Baba and Goma. So what I was thinking, Joski and Baba, you guys want to do this collab. So I put you guys together. We normally do two
Yes.
pieces. So Joski, if you'd like, you can do a solo piece first, and then you guys could do your collab, and then Baba could do a solo piece after. This way we get
Okay.
to hear, more from you guys. So if that's okay with you guys, if
What?
that sounds good.
So what we've already got are two songs that we want to play
Oh, so
together.
you have two collab.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's even better then. Okay, let me get you guys
Well,
spotlighted up on
it's one
here.
collab, but it's two pieces, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, excellent, excellent. All right, so yeah, let me get you guys spotlighted on here, and yeah, take it away when you guys are ready.
I wrote this poem around 1986. It was 5 days before Christmas, not peaceful nor serene, when a bloody racist lynching interrupted the American dream, interrupted the American dream. It was Howard Beach in Queens, no sand or surf or sunshine bright. Black blood ran red on a Saturday night. Michael Griffith lay dead on a Saturday night. Clan-style murderers ran in a pack. New York like South Africa, if your skin is black, yeah. New York like South Africa, if your skin is black. Clan-style murderers ran in a pack. New York like South Africa, if your skin is black. Howard Beach like Johannesburg, if your skin is black. This ain't Mississippi, it sure ain't Alabama. This is a place in the race-torn north, not some southern town. This is a place in the race-torn north, not some southern town. It was Howard Beach in Queens, no sand or surf or sunshine bright. Black blood ran red on a Saturday night. Michael Griffith lay dead on a Saturday night. Clan-style murderers ran in a pack. New York like South Africa, if your skin is black. Howard Beach like Johannesburg, if your skin is black.
Oh yeah, buddy, buddy, buddy. That was awesome.
You gotta give me a second here, I'm changing instruments. Give me a
Nicely
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
done, guys.
Take all the time you need.
I wasn't thinking. Okay.
Rooftop philosophy, communication, and you and me. This ain't the way things got to be. How things get to be this way. I see you working hard, all right. So the kids got a roof tonight. Food on the table, electric lights, burdens are living. You know the rich, they still want more. You knock upon your door. Gonna multiply the poor. Things unforgiving. Searching for light, searching for feelings of right, searching for places in faces in flight. Life's a crazy place, billion colors, all one race. Tell me why there's so much hate, burdens are living. You know the rich still want more. You knock on your door. You're gonna multiply the poor. Chains unforgiving. Searching for light, searching for feelings right, all through the long night. You hold me tight. can fly.
Tweedledee,
Finally see when we close our eyes. Not
scabba-dabba-dee,
to live so we can die.
scoop-doop-dee,
Chains unforgiving.
bop-a-dee-dee-dee,
Rooftop philosophy.
bop-ba-da,
Communication and you and me.
da-ba-da-da.
See the way things got to be. How things get to be this way.
A poem in response to the question, what kind of music do you play? Swallow sweet sound like quinine, dog-faced blues, music junkies, a quiet taste for flatted fifths, reggae skanking, bubbling bass funk in your face, ghost of Hendrix defying strains, ragamuffin style, heartbeat Nyabingi drum, diaspora sounds for melanin enhanced jungle dance on concrete, unboxable improvisational freestyle, buck wild. Rhythmic challenge, culture bandits can't steal this. Music notation can't chart this. Unnotated sounds between the keys. It's too real for Memorex. We string scientists do voodoo mathematics on your ear hole. Funk so deep, Grammys can't judge. Stolen blues from Mali to Memphis. Cypher spinning on and on from bebop to hip hop. Eternity's too short for this rhyme and future chime. Only the righteous can play this song. Play this song. Play this song. Doo-doo. Scabba-doo-doo. Skidoo-doo. Skidoo-doo-doo.
Oh boy, man, y'all been having some fun, huh? After hours, y'all been linking up and having some fun. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Baba and Joski.
Woo!
Absolutely
Wow.
amazing.
Was awesome.
Yeah.
Am I dreaming? This is like my welcome back to hosting, and like the two of you guys, I must be dreaming. That was just, oh, I
We
loved
heard
every
you were
moment
coming,
of it.
Thomas.
Yeah, I loved every moment of it. Yeah, thank y'all for doing what you guys are doing with music and for coming through, week after week and sharing it with us. It lifts my soul for the weekend, and just keeps us going, you know. Um, Once again, give it up for Joski C and Baba Ngoma.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
All right. So on deck next we have myself, and I'm gonna be doing a collab too. But coming up next on the stage, we have Ragged the Poet. Thank you for coming back, brother. I'm excited to hear what you got for us. Whenever you're ready, unmute yourself and bless us with some words, brother.
Unmuted, can you hear me?
Yep, we got you.
So when following that, I've been taught to, a wise person once told me when you're following somebody that just knocked it out of the park, the only thing to do is change the mood. So I'm going to do something completely different. The first piece, these pieces are about relationships. The first one's an old relationship, and the second one's the present. He was my first real kiss. All kisses before this were just lips pressing lips. I didn't know until then that souls entwine. And from that day to this, I remember that kiss. Even 7 years later, when they gave me your letter, I remember that kiss in the moment before I opened the envelope and felt the pages erupt in my hands. In a deep, silent place, I knew why you wrote it. You weren't saying goodbye. You were hoping I'd stop you from going to marry Mr. Just Good Enough. Good job, good looks, good pedigree, universal approval from your family, but who would never see you how you need to be seen, who would never connect, who didn't even know that hearts intersect. The letter was a plea to take away. I knew it, but the truth was beyond me to say. I knew I should see it, but the letter weighed heavy. The words burned, and I saw only fire, and our love turned to smoke. I heard your cry clearly, and even understood, but I was the wrong one to listen. My thoughts were in shock. I was heartbroken, yes, but also dismayed and utterly lost. How could you settle for dead soul sleeper? The waking ones, we see what others do. We know very few of the rest see it too. I was stunned. It was not just a betrayal of me, it was the execution of you. I've acted in haste and driven all night, but I couldn't move, couldn't think. Only rage could speak, and it spoke cold and measured. Let the winds howl. Bring the volcano rain. Burn it to ash. Damn all your days. Lay in the grave they dug for you. That's the first piece. I don't have a title for that, actually. This next one is called Not a Word. Galaxies lace the incipient cosmos like arrows to the void. Perceived by yearning eyes on the village green, young hands tremble. Limbs dissemble, the burning throbs under blue jeans. Precipice looms. Ache swirls to swoon. Natra notes float and linger like lounge smoke. Fly to the moon. Night sighs and morning comes in the harsh light of longing. Furtive hands and fluttering birds on gossamer slight afternoons may suffice for some. Cold and warm evenings will usher many to love, with tender notes left on pillows and gentle. For we are named for midnight. We were born in raw flame. Unanchored love is a tempest, tossing our ships from all sides, swells trying to capsize our vessel if we make one wrong move. Our union free falls into the underworld of tectonic woe and the soul-searing calamity of torn joy, battling the gravitational pull of the churning tide. Our synergy flees for its life. When love is destruction, scrambling up the shore, racing the oncoming tsunami, animated by the energy of 1,000 refugees, crossing barren mountains to elude the deluge. The that compels us is not love, but ferocity and fire and blood. Our love is the love that kills for one's beloved. Our love is the love that dies for one's beloved. We were primed and fired from a camp. We were unsheathed like a sword drawn for a duel. We were called forth in a seance as a voice of specters. We were unleashed like an unholy plague. Desire is not a word. Blood is not a word. God is not a word. Our love is blessed, the virgin birth in eternity, wrestling with angels on high and pitching demons into the brimstone lake. Fly me to a moon on fire. If luck is the lady, let love dare to wake. For love is not a word, but inferno. We are fire. We are spirit. We are blood. We are fire. We are water. We are flood. We are fire. On fire. Peace.
Boy, that was fire. We are fire. You are fire. Everyone, unmute yourselves and give it up for Ragged the Poet.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. Beautiful.
I just absolutely love how you ended that. For love is not a word, but inferno. We are fire. We are spirit. We are blood. We are fire. We are water. We are flood. We are fire. Fire like that. It's just something about that end. It was just amazing, man. Thank you for coming through and sharing that with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for the opportunity to share time with this tremendously talented group.
All right. So let's see. Coming up on deck, we have John Michael, and after him, we've got Jackson Riley. But on stage now, we've got me and Jackson Riley and John. So if you guys want to turn your video on so I can spotlight you here. So me and John had this idea just to create like an epic collab, right? And so we've got, I don't know, about 17 pages done to this already. And we brought Jackson Riley in. We're gonna try bringing everyone in. So if you guys are interested, let me know because I want to make this a real epic collab and just have every poet possible that we can bring into it. So yeah, I got you guys all spotlighted. We ready to go, boys?
We ready?
Let's do this.
Ready?
Alrighty.
Commencing countdown. This throwdown. I'm clowning around, feeling strapped but not bound. Tommy, here's the mic. Make some sound.
3, 2, 1.
Put the money in the bag. Look at me, not at Honey Bun. I'm referencing that scene in Pulp Fiction. Samuel's got a gun. Vega wants to hit and run. Aren't we all just having fun? Movies as escape. I guess I really am my mother's son. Suicidal any day, but discontent with the way it's run. I want my name engraved, and until then, my work here isn't done. I'm cooped up in the pen, shooting shit till I get a runny nose. God knows my begetting and still gives me love.
I begin in the middle. I am the righteous fanfare. I do demand and declare any eclairs, not for free. I want the mare from the stables. I wobble off. I'm getting lost now. My brain's fried. I blame tides that claim lives. Seem to be aimed at my nine as I drive, waving it out the windows of a late 99 times. Any paradigms leaping into a pair of dimes. I dine and find some dimensions to grind in. I'm just too live to die within.
I'm back dreaming in this stream I'm floating in. Time is timeless as I'm not swimming, I'm sinking in the ocean within. Left to be believing, not grieving, receiving this thought where this all started. The middle of the corkboard you threw the dart in. It came, this perception, back to recollection. The redirection of my memories I'm soaking in. Token this joint, I'm missing you.
But poking bears is what I do.
I sip this stew and a brine on it.
Pushing buttons for two, me and you.
These freestyles, backstroking truth.
Keep stacks with those who knew.
In the back of the school, sniffing glue.
Elmer's horse is missing shoes.
I choose to be blessed with a pelt tonight.
Brrr, says Wilbur throughout the night.
You pulled my strings fast, a fiberglass kite.
I insightfully, lying in my own eyes, I own more than I can throw twice.
Rolling those bones, throwing dice. 9 lives, twice lived. Rolling in my 6-4.
Like Nintendo, I slip into a bit of Indo drift.
I split a spliff indoors with John and Thomas. We rip it and riff.
Drip, slip, slippity slide. Won't stop now till the day I die.
I vibe between the vines that climb onto my spine. I'm high. I'm either better off being benign or alive with no lines. I'm lined up.
I'm tired of too many regrets to regress, but these checks, they've reset, and I'm trounced by bounce bills and cheap sex, my defect.
Feeling like a reject. Bound to be found in the errors I detect. I reflect this thought that I forgot in order to collect and direct into your direction.
A self-made demiurge of perfection.
an abstract collection of abject erections.
Faced with an ever-expanding ever sent
Masturbated attempt to renew this debate that I sedate when I'm too late to the party.
hardly keeping a Hardy Boys spirit t-shirt sold by the freeway. I'm half paint, half defect, interdielectric, semi-spastic, yet underwhelming and a little less dramatic.
The systematic organization is disorganized, recognized by the words I leave, dropping them like falling leaves, these sleeves that cover the scars that run scarce across my body. The Lord, He has instilled in me this will to fight, these dreams, the screams that leave me needing that hug.
All paths lead to Florence. Aren't expats abhorrent? I mean, beautiful. My cuticles are blue, but I'll ignore it. The hills, like my eyes, are green. The steak, like my thighs, are lean. My hip hurts from hypnic jerks. Could use a fucking time machine.
A machine of dreams, portals through time. My body screams while this space unwinds, creating this theme, a Christmas train ride. The soothe of this cream I rub on my side. These hypnic jerks like a fiend from the junk, scoring from Turks, a taste on my tongue.
Wasting the breath from my lungs on some dumb junkie scum trying to score some rum. I'm done ignoring the ignorant rants of a twisted Santa with shit in his pants. I missed a chance to dance entranced by this trance beat they keep blasting on repeat. I keep it easy until they need me. Then I lean in and please these sheep till they sleep deeply. I speak in unbroken tongue-in-cheek tones that roll off the deep end of your cell phones and seep in to your bones. Boom. I mean, we could keep going too because you guys are next if you guys want to finish off over here. But yeah, that's part of the epic collab we're working on, man. We hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to bring a bunch of different people into it. So like when your turn's up, when I shout at you, if you can come hop in with us and add to this, we're gonna release it in volumes, video and print. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I guess
I
oh, shoot.
loved it. I loved it. I loved the flow from one to another. It was just seamless. Everybody had the same rhythm, and
That's what's so
I mean,
beautiful
it
about
was
working
so
on this
cool.
collab, man. It's like we just me and John get in this flow, and then we brought Jackson in, and he just folded into the flow. And we did. Kat has a few parts we were working on too, and it's just like when you collab on a level like that where it's kind of freestyle, like oh I might write 3 lines, and then we might go like 2 word for 2 words or three, and build each other on each other's bars and just get into this flow together and learn from each other's style and grow. I think it's one of the most powerful ways to collab. And so yeah, Joski, there's gonna be a part where you're gonna be on it too, and playing the guitar and putting your piece in. I wanna try to get as many people on this collab as we can. Like I said, we're gonna release it in volumes, and yeah, hope this thing goes on forever. Um, with that said,
It's
on.
a wonderful listen.
It's good.
So I guess yeah, give it up for me, Jackson and John there for this epic collab that we got going.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow. You guys were phenomenal.
Oh, I loved it. So much fun. A lot of fun.
And that's only a small part of what me, him, and Jackson have too. If we read our whole piece that we've got, it's probably about 10, 15 minutes worth of content with Jackson in there. And he
I
still needs
like
to
how you
finish off that
said,
last section. I don't know if you've noticed, Jackson, I left you that note to kind of finish off that section because then me and John picked it up together. So I'm looking forward to that too. And yeah, it's
I like
fun,
how
man.
like you guys style meshed, but the way that you guys paint imagery is all different. So like the styles were together, but the images were different. But they still went together. But excuse my baby pooping in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's pretty loud. So just in case, it's not me. But yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it's been so much fun working on this collab. It's
At
amazing.
least it's not Terry pooping in the background.
Right? I'm gonna get all them in there too, man. I'm gonna get, eventually this thing's gonna go around. Generalissimo, Escape Artist, Nemo, Prince P, Ragged, everybody in this room I would like to have, on this collab eventually, right? Because what's an epic collab if not having everybody on it? So speaking of that, though, let's keep this show going. We've got an amazing lineup tonight. So many more great poets. Um, on deck, we've got Jackson Riley. But stepping up to the plate now, um, we're gonna have the new host of Chaos Magic, the face of Chaos Magic. We felt you would be um, the man for the job. You know, you and Kat's chemistry is so great. We've really got to become great friends over the last few months, and yeah, I think you guys are just going to do absolutely amazing on Monday. It's going to bring a whole new energy to it. Yeah, it's going
I
to be great.
appreciate that, and it's a complete honor to even be considered. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, I got one little piece. Um, in darkened nights where spells are cast and nightmares still my dreams, I fight to close my eyes in hopes for peaceful sleep. But time will creep, the demons reap forbidden devil eyes. Implanted are the seeds from ancestral dirty crimes. Broken, shattered pieces, as beautiful as may seem, stitched into my fabric of stolen dreams from me. For who am I and who are you, and why must we be so? The secrets blown on winds, the stories never told. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for John Michael.
Nicely done, John. Nicely done.
I like your
Beautiful.
All right. So we have some more people who had joined in. I see Escape Artist. I got you on the list if you want to read too. Toxic just came in, who's going to be featuring 2 weeks from now. So not next Friday, but the Friday after that, we're gonna get a. He said he got a big, nice, toxic set for us. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, if you guys want to read, I'll go ahead and add you to the list. Okay. Oh no, we're not doing that tonight, Shaki. That was just something that we were doing that I was sharing for my turn. And it's just an epic collab that we're working on. You ain't gotta be part of it. You can come read whatever you want. I was just that was what we was doing for the thing, but yeah. All right, so on deck we have Bill Elkins. But coming up to the plate now, we've got Jackson Riley. So if you could unmute yourself, brother, and bless us with some words, I greatly appreciate it.
I got you. I am happy to oblige. My girl texts me she's wet. My OCD's in effect, so I burn my wrists because I don't believe her one bit. She hates me. I don't know this, but she's fucking other poets is the yarn my brain sells and the feelings not inchoate. My therapist says to let these thoughts float by like clouds. I look up and find not a shred of blue in the sky is so vast. What am I to do but write on my regrets and regress? And these checks they reject, so I'm trounced by bounce bills and cheap sex. My defect, addiction holds no recess, no court orders for deep breaths, so I live in a fiction where my diction gives me resets. May my story be a harrowed one. Its hero hooked on heroin, hairline vanity and suicidal lexicon, barely hair trigger fractures in a class act case of martyrdom. Oh, would I weren't a poet who's no wiser and didn't know it. to not wish to cast myself into deep oceans every moment that I dream of almost lovers or my ostracized from brother. This is why I'm never out, because I live under the covers. Why I'll hug you so tight that it might smother. Why she'll say she loves me and I still won't trust the rubbers. This is why I am the way I am since out my mother. Obsessive, compulsive, disorderly, no other side. In concrete, I am paralyzed, sized up, found wanting, wan, and clawing at my pair of eyes, clutching at my parents' lies, drowning in a pool of lie without concern or care or rhyme or reason. The seasons change. Maybe this one's when I'll die. Maybe today's the day I'll drive to the rifle store on Pine and Fourth, incline it back toward all I'm worth and pull click, and that's it. And I no longer have to sit with a mind that always won't relate, with a mind that just will not repent for turning my whole life to shit and scorn. And I'm torn because I wake up every morn eager for the night again, so I daily tie one on. So I daily sings a song, and I barely mime along until the day I man up, and like a cloud, I am gone. Poem.
God damn. Hey, Shocky, what do you think about this young man, Jackson Riley, over here with his poet thing, man?
Sure.
Why me?
Just
Jackson knows,
because he got that almost that same shock value that you and I feel like um,
Jackson knows I love him.
all right, man, that's amazing. You got a second piece for us, brother?
I could do one. This is a short little piece. Or yeah, here's a piece that I wrote. It's an allegory for addiction and closeted sexuality. And just who might you be? Another handsome suitor sent here to pursue me. Answer truthfully, I just might let you peruse me. Sorry if that's uncouth, you'll have to excuse me. I inhaled too much dust. Now my life is a movie. Reduce me, reuse me, everything moves me. Before I lose touch, please feel free to abuse me. This life is so groovy. My eyelids are drooping. My lips are hot coals and your kisses amuse me. I'm losing my mind and my heart in a koozie. I'm off the road cruising. I've lost the plot truly. Synapses percolate and pop. My head's a jacuzzi. Everything is spinning. Everything is moving. Everything's a sin and everything is woozy. Fuck, is this really the path that I'm choosing? Locked in the bathroom, the party is booming. Talking to shadows, the sunlight eludes me. I'm alone in the dark. Can I keep up the ruse and stave off reality before it consumes me? Welcome, friends. Clasp hands, gather in. I invite each of you to break bread, imbibe, and abide in what appears again opposite to me. Analogy. An opposite view between the apostle and the apostate. With the former accounts as admission, the latter states is mere apostrophe. An agitprop aegis to absolve accountability, a white flag of complicity waving pridefully over shadowed valleys of blood-soaked Oscar Wilde carnations. A coarse bundle of gorse sticks, a handsome pyre upon which to affix and engulf armies of A-marked hands. Their mortal sin? Love. God, what is this flesh you saw fit to have given me? As rich as the heavens be, you still gifted me misery. I'm a prisoner in my head, in my body doesn't elicit the happiness I know it should. So now I'm sitting pensively, a pencil in my offhand, trying not to pillory myself. I've a wealth of reasons to deliberately shelf all self-empathy. See, here there is a history of aberrant iniquity, enough to fill a symphony, to hold myself in infamy. And I know there's no epiphany to save me from backsliding back again into the pit I see in nightmares in my daylit dreams. The heart wants, my lips need. The mind grips, my breath quicks, the skin rips, my wrists bleed. God, please tell me candidly, what is it that you want from me? Why was I put here on this earth? Please answer quick and literally. That's if you're even listening. That's if I'm flawed in the belief you hate my love. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you know my infamy. I hope you see my history, and I hope you hear my symphony. And I pray you will have empathy enough to still deliver me.
Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Jackson Riley.
That's great.
Jackson, breathtaking.
Outstanding.
Absolute fire, Jackson.
Amazing.
Woo!
Oh, that's the future of poetry, man. I got faith in humanity restored when such a young man can come up with stuff like that, man. And I've watched him grow over the last few years, and it's like exponential. Like he just every time he's breaking new levels, man, and it's just amazing, Jackson. We love what you do, and remember, you're still always a part of the Open Minds family. So we're gonna try to once things settle out this new year, man. Get you on another show again, hosting it up.
Sweet. Yeah, really good. Excellent.
Fire, so much fire. Tonight has just been amazing, y'all. Like, thank you so much for putting on this show for me. Like, it's my first time hosting back. I feel sick. I'm like, bleh. But it's just been y'all really lifted my spirits and made this just such an amazing night. And we're gonna keep this thing going because we have so many amazing poets on deck. We got Prince P. Giddy Jr., but stepping up next to the stage, give it up for Bill Elkins. Take it away when you're ready, bro.
Okay. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do a couple of originals, and they're not very long, so I hope you like them. The first one is entitled My Diamond on Black Velvet. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. I kissed you quickly, afraid of your body, in terminal sedation. Rest my traveling animal, like a diamond on black velvet, silent as air and still as stone. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. No longer greeting, 4 feet heavenward. Time to lick the wounds of mortal agony. Find me to your loss, like a diamond on black velvet. My beast with cause, my beast with purpose. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. If I could, I would. Under the guise of snow, the gray clouds pass, like a brooding poet, impossible to weep, no longer light behold. Your journey is accomplished. You are silent as air and still as stone. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. You know I would. Blanks the others wishfully sigh, and are confused and restless. Your absence leaves a void, which they struggle to overcome. You are their diamond on black velvet, 'cause they love and miss you so. They are silent as air and still as stone. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. You know I would. I am in angst, waiting for the rain, waiting for the white rain to fall like diamonds onto black velvet. Yeah, to fall like diamonds, diamonds on black velvet. My dearest Francine Blanche, you're my precious diamond, my diamond on black velvet. You're my precious diamond, my diamond on black velvet. Okay, thank you. That's song number 1. Song number 2 is one I've done before. Probably you have heard it. It's called Macy. And it's about a dog that was deformed. Can only walk diagonally down the street, can't go straight. But it's a short, nice little song. I like it. You're a dog for all seasons, my little Macy. You're such a joy to behold, diagonally prancing down Solano Avenue. Your beautiful imperfection is so dear, your affection so sincere. Oblivious to hatred, my little Macy, you would befriend the worst of fiends. My little black terrier, so affecting. Man's best friend is indeed a dog. When people keep killing each other over gods. You charming creature, my little Macy. You're under my world, sweet and kind. Whether chasing squirrels or little children, you give me repose so sublime. In a world fraught with danger for mankind. You're a dog for all seasons, my little Macy. You're such a joy to behold, diagonally prancing down Solano Avenue. Your beautiful imperfection is so clear, your affection so sincere. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Bill Elkins.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Oh, you-
What a gift, man. Every time you grab that guitar, my face just lights up because I know my soul is gonna feel something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but my soul will feel something. And we appreciate you coming through the Open Minds and sharing that with us, man.
I really enjoy myself. Wow.
Yeah.
Great poetry. From you guys and girls.
Yeah, once again, give it up for Bill Elkins.
Okay.
All right.
That was great, Bill.
Thank you. Thank you.
And remember, you guys can always go back to the YouTube channel and check the recording so you guys can hear it again. Yeah. Coming up on deck, we've got Generalissimo, but stepping up to the plate now, we've got Prince Pete Giddy Jr. Prince Pete, whenever you're ready, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it, brother.
This first one we call Worth the Try. These level hours isn't a mirror moment, but a mere reflection of what invisible string pulled us together. Our realities, distant realities drawing near to each other, the ones that were drawn by a celestial being and collapsing together like dominoes, standing behind one another. My reality, sexual desires that are not under control, a fallen beauty that's superficial, but I fall for it anyway. Yours? Not loving the skin you're in that God created and can't be recreated. Yet your physique is on point. So what's the point? That's not for me to know. So let me enjoy your presence. I know these Vegas lights are artificial, but let's be vulnerable right here, right now. So let this love be a flower because you're worth the try. The first poem and the next poem was entitled Redeeming My Inner Child. Today I will redeem my inner child to myself. I unlock my inner child as a favor to myself. Let its smoldering be reunited by a strong, burning desire to recapture my inner child. I will withdraw and redirect it because I want to be an Ivy kid again. Take risks like playing in sprinklers. I double dare myself. Then I will mighty morphin myself. But this time in adult mode, daring for my eyes say, because my faith is at my doorstep. Maybe Las Vegas, LA, Germany, New York, all to dive into savory plates to see museums. In between those dotted lines, fate will attract the magical experiences, all in hopes of me redeeming my inner child. Immortalized, I will live a resplendent life, and posthumously they will acknowledge my gifts, my writing acumen. Posthumously they will say, he was a gilded griot. Yet once I was a fool in a deck of cards, then I became the star. My truest form, I climbed, my way to the crest of Mount Kilimanjaro, because believing is my perception. All before death, but death isn't possible. My words will immortalize me forever. The stories and thoughts and the cracks in my cranium, because our verbal writings, my everything. My detailed reconstruction of stories of thoughts. This purposeful planning from the source has made for me is what I'll be remembered for. Thank you.
Wow, give it up for Prince P. Giddy Jr., everyone.
Principe, yeah.
Bravo. Yes.
He's getting deep on us now, man. That was some heavy stuff, man. That was beautiful stuff, man. All right. Keep writing, keep coming back. We love you, bro. So I just got a word for two from Nemo. He's going to be featuring on January 24th. So yeah, so next Friday we're gonna have Melissa, yeah, and then we're gonna have Toxic, and then we're gonna have Nemo soon. So we got a pretty dope feature lineup for January here so far. Speaking of Nemo, so he's gonna be on pod deck, but coming up to the stage now, we got Generalissimo, Mr. Brian Franco. Take it away when you're ready, brother.
Thanks. Before I go, I am featuring, not this coming up Sunday, but on Sunday the 12th for Creative Expression in New York City. That's going to be, I believe, at 5 p.m. You go to Creative Expressions NYC on Facebook. I'm not sure if they have the event listed yet, but just keep to get in to. And there's gonna they usually have to go to Eventbrite to register to get in, get the codes and all that. But so let's go ahead and okay. So this is pretty new, and it's what Mickey Mouse learned in his 23andMe. It is so cold outside. 18-mile-an-hour winds with below zero wind chill factor. I think I might be thinking with too many hyphens. Is this some sort of grammatical manifestation of OCD? If I dare leave the house, any exposed skin will feel the burn of everything. Am I practicing isolationism as an excuse for not getting burned by weather? Every inside noise I hear sounds like echoing silence. Any silence that exists screams at me like a chorus of banshees. It's cold enough outside for me to have to drip all the faucets so the inside pipes don't freeze or burst. Meanwhile, I run the heat hotter than usual. I fall asleep easier, but I sleep more erratically. I wake, dry mouth parched, my lips feel chapped from the forced hot air heat. Falling back to sleep is a challenge. I toss and turn and wake and flip my pillow over and over. till the alarm screams at the top of its lungs. It's an old school Mickey Mouse bell alarm clock with no snooze button. I've had it since my college days. It was in a box of old stuff I had saved that I resurrected after Mom's death. It is in no way a savior. It is a reminder I am no longer who I was way back when I bought the Mickey Mouse bell alarm clock that screams at the top of its lungs like an out-of-control banshee and still does to this day. The moral of this poem is two-pronged. One, I need to fully accept my excessive poetic proclivity for multi-hyphenated, multi-word phrases. Two, Mickey Mouse definitely has Banshee in his bloodline and likely had a torrid affair with Daisy Duck, which led to the births of Huey, Louie, and Dewey. When you think about it, Uncle Donald's brother's existence is a mystery. And if it was ever discovered the boys were half mouse, they'd be shunned by Toon Society. Plus, Minnie's reaction to the whole situation was not pretty. And then I have this older poem, which is called Sandbox. You raked me over the coals. You raked my soul over the coals. Like those who think they can walk over hot coals without burning the soles of their feet, I learned my lesson. You let me believe our love existed in a Zen garden of silky white Gulf of Mexico sand. Love sand sifted through my toes. As I ambled aimlessly through it, I felt a warm sensation. Our Zen garden was a sandbox filled with ultra-hot, long-lasting charcoal covered with a layer of sand, just thick enough to hide the glowing red coals of your deception. When you learned that I preferred long, soft, passionate kisses to sloppy kisses with an overzealous tongue, but a tongue you skillfully could take me places that could take you places I never took you to before, you always woke me by tracing your index finger from my left shoulder to my wrist, then kissing my cheek as you intertwined your fingers into mine, then whispering, "Good morning, sunshine," into my ear. You claimed the touch of your naked body against my naked back while I slept, revved up my rapid eye movement to dangerous speeds. You studied architecture at the University of Facades. You surrounded a shotgun shack with Greek columns and called it Parthenon. You planted dahlias in desert rock gardens suitable only for cacti. You made a mint teaching makeup tutorials on how to put lipstick on pigs. In the end, most likely from the beginning, every word you uttered and every move you made was teaching me to lipstick myself up like Baby Jane. Every time I find myself at a beach, I wear hiking boots for fear the sand might be laced with shards of deception. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Unmute yourselves and give it up for Generalissimo.
All right, General, man.
Wow, Generalissimo.
Nice to hear
Beautiful.
you. Been a long time.
Well, what's always good is when we get both Bill and Joski C playing music at the same time, and some Baba and Gumba too. Wow, that's a night. That's a night of.
Well, it's nice to hear you again.
And if you can, man, drop the links to that feature you have coming up. All right. So let's keep this show rolling. Man, Generalissimo, I love you so much. On deck, we got Shocky G. Coming up to the plate now, Nemo soon. Nemo, if you could bless us with some words, I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I'd love to. I've got two poems tonight. And welcome back, Thomas and Catalyst. It's always awesome to have you here. This one of my rare poems that has a name. This is called Packaged, and it is dedicated to the Magus, Gustav Salas. So many times I've watched this good thing get packaged, gone from fresh on a shelf to wrapped in plastic in a barrel, 2 for $5 and 6 on Sunday, and it all tastes the same these days. But fuck it. We've got 30 kinds of Oreos, so we're going to be okay when the bombs come down. Nothing sold here is made here, and no one who works here is making a dime. You can't call to get the hours because nobody's answering. Nowhere is safe when everyone is for sale. Never was, and none of us are free. I found out today they make milk that tastes like what's left behind when the cereal's gone. Who bathes in this wastewater believing it blessed? Who feels fortunate having polished off the Lucky Charms, finding a warm soup of sticky milk their prize, and thinks, this is nose in bowl good. This fulfills me. This validates a soul emptied by too many jingles. Too many reasons to spend, to put those hard-earned dollars to work. 2 boxes of smiles, 2 times divided, 3 times free, and 4 times through the checking lane. No, you can't write a check. We don't do that anymore. We wear plastic chains these days. But fuck it. They gave me a payment plan. So we're going to get through this. 1 step, 1 day, $1, $2 at a time. And this second poem is one I'm still working on. 15 people have stopped by today looking in my window. I've gotten 5 offers of advice, 4 condemnations, 3 reasons I'm doing it wrong, 2 come-on sailors, and 1 who just stood with a mean look, tapping on the glass to remind me she's out there, alone. 1 more time will be 2 times too many. I've got more than 3 sides to my story. 4 riders over my shoulder, these 5 fingers still clutch this microphone. I am more than 15 sets of eyes can see. Thank you for stopping by. Please, come again. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Unmute yourselves and give it up for Nemo Soon.
All right, Nemo.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Nemo.
I love that 15 sets of eyes phone, man. Like, and did you get to hear the other night? I have a set, like a little shout out to it in the epic collab that I did with John. I don't know if I actually read that part though.
Yeah, I think you did. I think I did hear that. But I look forward to hearing it again.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to read it in round 2 if we go to round 2. I'll just share that little part with you. But yeah, thanks again so much for everything you do. I love you, brother.
Thank you, Tom. So I love you back.
Everybody, one more time for Nemo Soon, featuring here on January 24th. Check him out. It's going to be a great show. All right, so on deck, we've got Escape Artists. But stepping up to the plate now, we've got none other than Shocky G. Shocky, I love you, man. I got your book. It's amazing. Thank you so much for everything you do. If you could bless us with some words, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for your support as well. I'm gonna do a short one and then another one. In Earth's quietest room, it is said that no one can last more than an hour. In fact, only one person has ever made it to 45 minutes. It's layers of plexiglass, steel, and concrete. It is said you can hear the rivers of blood flowing in your veins, and that even a blink of an eye sounds like garage doors shutting. Proof that even silence is the loudest sound we know. Every time a child is killed in Palestine, Sudan, Ukraine, Congo, we can hear the rivers of blood flowing from their wounds, but we cannot blink or look away. Buried in layers of plexiglass, steel, and concrete, and we say nothing. Proof, silence is the loudest sound we know, and it will drive you crazy. All right, and I just want to hear how this sounds. I haven't read it yet. We call it the Black experience, but we are not a monolith, so these poems don't sound the same. This poem ain't got no joy and Negro spirituals playing in the background, but still sounds like a prayer, a cry for freedom. Got a little Nat Turner in its chest and a little Uncle Tom in its metaphor, but still Black, still proud, still scared I might become an open casket before the next open mic. What they don't tell you is if you make it past 25, every day starts to feel like borrowed time. Each poem, another draft of your obituary, but on Sundays, it be testimony, turnip greens and pine saw, or football pre-rolls in a spades game. This poem grew up in a freeman's town but died in a sundown one. Shit, this poem was freed by Harriet but caught by the slave catcher and taken back to its master. But on a Friday night, a payday night, this poem is Chitlin Circuit, Motown, and Harlem Renaissance. It is the way your body feels when you hear Whitney and Mariah harmonizing with a little Luther on the ad lib. Spiritual. Goosebumps and Holy Spirit. On any day, it is Black excellence, Black experience, Black existence, all with a capital B. For broken bloodlines building new pathways, new branches on family trees that will not die out. This poem too Black for its own good, and somehow still not Black enough. I know it. I wrote it, rolled it up inside my suicide note and smoked it. It be survival and resilience, even when it don't want to be. But don't call it that. Just love it back soft again.
God damn. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for Shocky G.
Shocky.
Rolled it up inside my suicide note and
Wow.
smoked it.
Incredible, Shocky.
Deep.
Remarkable.
No, Shocky, I think I'm gonna have to feature you again this year too. I'm trying not to re-feature out like a bunch of people, but like Shocky, I need to re-feature you because your pen game been on point recently, and I need to hear more of it. So yeah, we gotta talk about that. Maybe in March or something. I think I'm open. So everybody, one more time, give it up for Shocky G.
Shocky. I'm not
Amazing.
ashamed to be a Shocky super fan.
Right?
No, not at all.
And buy the book In Lieu of Flowers by Shocky G. It's amazing. It'll change your life. It's so dope. Yeah, man, tonight's been awesome. I think we're gonna, since it's been kind of a small night too, I think we're probably gonna roll into around two. But we still have a couple artists here left on the list. Um, on deck, we've got Toxic, who's gonna be doing a feature for us next Friday. Uh, I believe right the 10th. Or wait, did I get that mixed up? Hold up.
17th.
Yeah, 17th. That's right. Next Friday is Melissa. And then on the 17th, so 2 weeks from now, we got Toxic coming. And usually when I ask people if it's like, oh well, how much time do I have? I always like to say, how could I put a time limit on like spotlighting someone's creativity? So I always like to say, like, go as long as you need to feel heard, right? And so Toxic straight said like, I could do an hour set. So we're gonna get an amazing show from this man. He is on deck. I'm excited for the 17th. Coming up next though, we have someone too who I don't believe we've featured escape artist yet. So I think I might have to holler at you for March too, if you're willing. But for now, if you could just unmute and bless
And
us with some words,
you,
I'd appreciate it.
you definitely need an escape artist feature.
Right? I know she's been on Heart of the Artist, but I don't think we featured her on Open Mind. So now that I'm looking for this new year, yeah, holler at me, Escape. Let's get something going for March if you're down for it.
I'm definitely ready. So I'm gonna do two little ones. Here we go. Winter kicks my door down and I'm not ready. Spring cleaning never made its way around to me, and there's so much to get rid of. The emptiness has been heavy on me. Who knew nothing could be so overwhelming? Every day, a dump truck of grief fills the living room of my mind with more and more absence, and it fills the room like smoke, makes it impossible to breathe, scatters to the rest of the room like a cockroach infestation, to the kitchen, where I store my recipes, devouring everything in the making, the bathroom, where I clear my mind, where the water is scorching and I just can't scrub these bones enough to get this emptiness off of me, the bedroom, where I beg for rest and become the sheets, a bundle of mess, covering up this new reality as best as I can. There is no room left. Make it stop. Please make it stop. First one, and oh, second one is a little bit shorter. When granite is mined, oh, I lost it. Give me 1 second. Okay. When granite is mined, awakened from a million years of slumber beneath the earth's crust, the best thing it can hope for is to become a piece of jewelry, a beautiful decoration to be marveled at, or a statue upholding honor. It may even settle for a countertop. The last thing it wants to be is a tombstone. Thank you.
Everybody, unmute yourselves and give it up for Escape Artist.
Whoa. Damn.
And Escape Artist, are you busy on March 7th?
I don't think so. I don't have nothing to do that day.
All right, so yeah, March 7th we got open for you. So you'll be the first week in March. For a feature, I would love to hear it. I'll get at you to send me like, a profile pic in the bio and all that so I can do the promotional stuff. But yeah, amazing stuff. Once again, give it up for Escape Artist.
Thank you.
And she writes all this, keep in mind too, while raising a newborn. So that is like super mom status right there. Like, yeah.
And creating hats and purses and
Yeah.
clothing. Yeah, I need to follow
Yeah.
her. I don't want to say knitting. I don't know what it's called, but
Crochet.
yeah.
Amazing stuff, man.
Thank you.
Escape Artist, always
Appreciate it.
creating. Yeah, check out the interview too on Heart of the Artist with Escape Artist. It was amazing. All right, so I got one last artist for us, and then we might roll over to round two because I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it, right? Might as well hang out. It's Friday night. If you guys want to kick around, we'll go to round two. But yeah, this next artist will be featuring here 2 weeks from now. He came in just recently too. I forgot I think Whisper sent him our way, and I just I fell in love with Toxic. I love the name. I love his wisdom. I love his style. I love his rhyme schemes, his cadence, his flow is just mind blowing. And I'm so glad that you just so happened to cross paths with us, bro. So if you could bless us with some words now, I greatly appreciate it, man.
I appreciate just being here. Thank you kindly. For those who weren't here a few weeks ago, I am Toxic, coming out the Bay Area, California. I typically do a lot of unrefined, unpolished type pieces. And I didn't know I was going to be in a box today because I thought I was going to save myself for a few weeks from now, but I saw my name on the list, so I'll try not to repeat this in 2 weeks. I think I have enough. I'm your chauffeur on this mental roller coaster, spitting venom like a cobra while I'm sitting on my sofa. Pay me more than Oprah before the show is over because I'm known as an older soldier with guns and shoulder holsters. Whether lit or sober, there is no one bolder. Each page in my folders is frostbitten or colder. I'm just the type to write with a deadly viper's bite, so get out my sniper's sight or you might die tonight. Because I'm dope. Down to the hair follicles, and in each of my molecules of cellular particles. Let's be logical. Beyond possible is probable. I'm too diabolical to be stoppable. Taking morgues and hospitals, more than profitable, but is optional on which would be optimal. When my voice is audible, it overcomes obstacles. For journaling articles, Toxic is remarkable. I'm the last in line of masterminds who has to find the rhyme that's designed to make folks feel asinine. So any performance after mine is only there to pass the time. So I gotta act to grind before I relax my mind. Due to massive fines, I won't blast the nine, so my chance at crime demands I'm snapping spines. I would never hate to spit. Set a date. Don't need to let it wait to get the record straight. I won't hesitate to dedicate time to meditate and medicate to elevate until I levitate. But never underestimate how much this heavyweight will devastate anyone you designate. So many victories I don't even celebrate. I started at light speed, but now let's accelerate. Don't try to win any contest I am in. One of the wisest men built with iron skin. Product of my environment, residing in a lion's den, deep as Poseidon, Pisces Leviathan. I'm deciding when to write again, which is frightening for those who ask, how will I begin? Complex sets, B vitamins, thiamine and niacin. Told I was born and will die in sin. But I keep my chin up like I'm exercising. Better yet, I keep my chin up like I'm playing violins. Lights, camera, action. It's the main attraction that gets satisfaction telling you what's happening. Let's take this app where it hasn't been, because poets need practicing. My mic's been stabbing them right in their abdomens. So if that's your friends, I'm asking when you'll be sweet as saccharin, warn them to not come back again. Because if I pull out my piece, all they're gonna say is peace and namaste. Smile and be on their way. None of them wanna play. At the end of the day, you think I know where their mamas stay. So please, child, whether you write or freestyle, take me off speed dial, quit begging for retrials. Meanwhile, what makes me smile is your denial that you sounded senile. What matters is I'm the catalyst for analysis by the host, audience, and the rest of these panelists. Folks that can't handle this call me scandalous. They need a hug and a kiss with booze and cannabis. Count on me like an abacus to be stoned as amethyst. The answer is I'm not the man to miss. As a handsomest philanthropist, toxic radiation will kill what's cancerous. Most folks that we know who enter these shows are considered heroes for doing stuff that's emo. But my worth for those people is far below zero because my credo is to crush their egos. But I'm a skeptic and a cynic of tricks using gimmicks. Plus I'm sick of critics, but can't get that fixed at clinics. When it's me, I don't pretend to be having empathy for anybody who claims to be my enemy. There's no remedy for this much energy with a tendency towards world supremacy. Friends with chemistry fade into memory, met through assemblies at foreign embassies. I've been sent to read rhymes that are meant to lead and take more steps to survive than armies of centipedes. Psychotic mentally with a fractured identity, my pen just needs to cause women and men to bleed. Ever since a beginner, I've been known as a winner. Cold as South Pole winters, getting under your skin like splinters. Vocalists are dinner without grace. I'm a sinner. Ain't like I'm finna get much any thinner. When I'm gorging like an omnivore and still wanting more. In the art of war, consider me a connoisseur. I could have gone slower since you're used to non-flowers, but this California condor cuts up like lawnmowers. So get on board and hear words contoured beyond your outstanding ovations, but thanks for the encores. Anyways, I think I had a mess up there once or twice. I apologize. That'll be fixed by 2 weeks. I promise you that. I am toxic. Good looking.
Yo, give it up for Toxic. Amazing, sir, bro.
Yeah.
Can't wait for your
That was
feature.
hot. That was hot.
Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. Good looking.
Yeah, he says, so get on board and hear words contour beyond your outstanding ovations. But thanks for the encore. Like, what? Bruh.
Definitely
But
appreciate the wordplay and the rhyme
yeah.
scheme.
Good luck.
It's like you just
Thank
having
y'all.
fun with words, man. Like straight up, like you in there just having a blast, man. But you do have
It
so
is
much
fun.
content too, though. You know what I mean? Like there's a message and a content behind it too. But you're just like just kind of showing off and having fun and just bringing that energy, man. And I love your style, man.
You know, it was really when I was out in the streets back in my days, and somebody who was like, "Hey, you know what? I never really thought poetry can sound cool, but you made me interested to try to do it
See,
myself because you
that's
make it
what.
sound like it's
Yeah,
like hip." And so I was like, "Cool, that kind of shit really inspires me, to make it to let
See,
people
that's
know
what
that
I
it's
want to
it's,
do,
it's
man.
good shit."
We're gonna start releasing shorts and stuff too. Like, there's at least a few times a night where someone will drop a dope line and we're all like, "What?" Like, "Oh, that was amazing, right?" I want to start making those into YouTube shorts and put them up and have, everyone's videos up and stuff. And so this way the general public can start to see like what we're doing with poetry. It's not like it was
Nice.
100, 500, years ago. It's like we got, what I'm saying? Like it's changed now. We involving music in it too. So it's got music and poetry and just think like we're doing stuff with art that I think the general public needs to realize that they can listen to and be a part of and become creative themselves and just I want to spread inspiration and creativity to the world. And so I love that we're able to do this, and I hope that we can really make a difference in the world through creativity, inspiration, and love, and just empower people to express themselves. It's a wonderful thing. So I'm so excited
Yes.
to be hosting Open Minds, Open Mic again. Yeah, we got a round two coming on up. Toxic in 2 weeks for the feature. That's gonna be dope. And, we got a lot of cool things coming up.
Thank
We're gonna go ahead and start off round two now. I think if you guys are all down, I think I got the list correct. I'm just gonna double check here and post the list. If you're on the list and need to head out, let me know. If you're not on the list and would like to show out, let me know. But I think I got everyone there. So sparking off round two. Oh, yeah, Terry's still here. Sparking off round two, we have Terry Rose Jerton. If you can unmute yourself and bless us with some words, I'd appreciate it.
Terry Rose.
Hey. Let's see what I got here. Okay. My ingrown toenail grew back again. I know this familiar feeling at first, somewhat unbearable with shoes on, the same problematic member as last time. Fed up at the nail salon, they threw up their hands and urged me to go see my doctor. Did not heed this advice, stupidly waited too long, gave it a chance to get worse. Warning, do not try to do this at home. Learning all my lessons the hard way, prompting me to call my podiatrist, who at last visit stuck big toe with a massive needle, the most painful way for me to feel no pain. Cauterized it after pulling it out and trying to force my eyes to see the trophy, the bloody piece of meat, a claw derived from the prehistoric evolution of us, from dinosaurs that did not forget the muscle memory and refused all methods to go extinct, commands to stop piercing me, yanked it out with a tool resembling jumbo pliers. Jaded, hyper-focused on the task at hand, I could tell he has seen much worse than this. Unfazed, side-eyed me, slyly saying, "Remember, I told you that these things grow back sometimes." And I have some short, like micros. I still remember the feeling of magic when I thought you were mine. The ripple of the time continuum changed it all and our history. You used to tremble at the sight of me. Whether or not you believed you could get more with honey than vinegar. We didn't have turkey that year. I tried to be a vegan. The giant lentil loaf I made in its place lasted for weeks. It's funny how your sentiments became double jointed. As the sweetness of the petrichor turned weapon of mass destruction. You had no trouble stuffing your face with my pumpkin pie. As it became apparent too late, the split of your decisions. We both became so dead inside. No amount of Scotch tape will fix the broken places to bind us together again. A tender word was never given to soften the blows. I longed for the past when we used to gamble down the streets of Atlantic City, holding hands, loudly singing songs to one another, and making no impossible plans for the future. My diamond ring doesn't fit me anymore. It strangles the plumpness like a casing about to expel its sausage. I am mostly a woman of leisure, so I leisurely stroll past the jewelry store and do not even look.
All right. Generalissimo has to take off, so Terry, if you don't mind, if we can,
Go ahead.
if you just got one more show, yeah. So everybody, unmute yourselves and give it up for Terry Rose Jerton.
Yes, encore,
Terry.
bravo. Beautiful.
I love her writing, man. Like, just you'll touch any topic, any subject, just get into it. So Joski C, I know you were gonna be on now, but Generalissimo has 7 minutes
good.
before he's gotta go. If it's okay if he goes in
Oh,
front of you, yeah.
absolutely.
You know, we
Yes.
try to
Good.
make up, we try to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
room so we get to hear everybody. So,
Well, I want to hear him.
hey, Ray, so
Yeah.
excellent, yeah. Generalissimo, whenever you're ready.
The pyramid scheme that led to the Great Wall of China. Is my audio on here? Yeah, it is. Okay. Sorry. Where was I? The pyramid scheme that led to the Great Wall of China. I ascended the steps of Machu Picchu. I stood in the shadow of the sun god and absorbed all he had to offer into my being. I walked back down to earth and found myself ankle deep in Egyptian sand. During my stay in Giza, I entered a staring contest with a sphinx. He blinked first. He riddled me with riddles. I knew all the answers. The final answer was to get to the other side. The sky darkened. The stone-faced lion lit a fire. We made s'mores. He noted that I didn't char my marshmallows dark enough for his taste. Evening desert chill set in to keep me warm. The Sphinx blanketed me from the neck down with his soft tail. I fell into a deep slumber. I awoke south of Masada. The Judean desert sun served as a beacon pointing to the 2-mile snake path. I traversed the narrow trail and noticed droplets of wax left by Israeli soldiers. I reached the top where the zealots resided, ruins surrounded by a crumbling wall. I climbed a stairway to a watchtower and passed out from the immense Israeli heat. I came to feeling dizzy and misplaced. A Chinese woman held a cold compress to my forehead. She helped me to my feet, led me out of the turret. I stood atop the Great Wall of China. The problem with such walls is the mere existence of their existence invites previously non-existent enemies whose sole purpose is invasion and destruction. People build walls inside their souls every day, sometimes to prevent eventual broken hearts, the same hearts they inadvertently pierce with sharp-edged trowels used to smooth mortar. These walls can be broken down not by enemies, but by lovers and friends who truly trust and possess a special epoxy for broken hearts. The walls cease being walls and are reborn as complete souls their master masons had denied themselves. I stood atop the Great Wall of China. I wonder how long it would take to hike its distance. The answer does not matter, but the question tells the unintentional story of all such walls. At the end, the only worthwhile purpose of the Great Wall of China is as a tourist attraction its architects never imagined. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody, unmute yourselves and give it up for Generalissimo. And thanks for sticking around to share those pieces with us, man. I love the title of that, man. That
Generalissimo. It's beautiful.
And what's that info too on that when you're gonna feature here coming up this Sunday, next Sunday, you say? If you could
Yeah,
drop the.
I'll put the name of the organization because they have a Facebook page.
All right. And what is
It's
it?
Creative Expressions. It's next Sunday at 5 p.m. It's Creative Expressions. So I'll just
Here, I'll
put the.
search it. Yeah, I'll search it up and get it up there for you. Creative Expressions. Let's see if it finds them. Official Facebook group, Creative Expressions. Oh, wait. No, you might have to find it. I can't. Oh, NYC. Okay. All right. So yeah, thank you so much for that, Generalissimo. I'll post you guys a link on his upcoming feature here in the chat. On deck, we've got Baba Ngoma, but stepping up to the plate now, we have Joski C. Joski, thank you for making the music that you make and coming through and playing it for me, because I just love you, Joski Ski. If you could bless us with some music, I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Something I wrote a little while ago. Is there a God dancing on the mountain tops? Is there a God dancing on the mountain tops? I feel the earth is shaking, foundations breaking, seismic revelation. Oh my God. Is there a God who weeps into the ocean? Is there a God who weeps into the ocean? Cries so much, the sea so high. All these tears have alibis or reasons. Water into wine, loaves for all the hungry people. I know you know how to turn bombs into flowers, turn bombs into flowers, into flowers. Flowers grow on lava flows in geologic rhyme, but buildings crash like avalanche, and we ain't got no time. Is there a God dancing on the mountain tops? Is there a God dancing on the mountain tops? I feel the earth is shaking, all these lives forsaken. On my knees I'm praying. Water into wine, loaves for all the hungry people. I know you know how to turn bombs into flowers, turn bombs into flowers, turn these bombs into flowers, into flowers.
I love that song, man.
And if you don't mind, I got a little New Year's
How
thing.
you can play as long as you want.
Well, thank you. That's wonderful. So this is my prescription for what we got to do. Give your love away. You'll have more that way. This is why I say, give your love away. Put it on display. Shine the night away. Give it all away. You'll have more that way. Rain clouds over the mountain. We bang water fountains. My tears, hey, who's counting? Finally found a way. Now I say, give your love away. You'll have more that way. This is why I say, give your love away. Put it on display. Shine the night away. Give it all away. You'll have more that way. Rain clouds over the mountain. We bang water fountain. My tears, who's counting? Finally found a way, and now I say, give your love away.
I almost feel like that was a personal message to me, but I know that was meant for everybody, but I'm that vapid. You know, I'm so vain that I swear that song was about me, because this new year, that's what I want to do, is just give my love away and give my love to everyone who blesses this space with us. Everybody, unmute yourselves and give your love away to Joski. See.
That was amazing. I love it.
No doubt.
That was love. Give you love.
Beautiful.
Great.
2025 will be the year we all thrive. I have a feeling there's gonna be a shift, you know. And it starts with giving your love away. And this next performer's got plenty of love to give in the form of so many instruments. One of my favorite artists, Baba, if you could unmute yourself and bless us with some words. I'll be in there in a second to mute Joski. We'll see who can get to his mute button first, and then.
Yeah, I'm not doing music for the last. I don't know.
Oh,
We're
okay.
gonna do a second thing, and I unplugged all my instruments.
Oh,
So
okay.
a
That's fine. If you
poem
can
will
read
have
some
to do.
A poem will do.
The state of emergency that nobody told you about, or the lowdown on the down low. Conspiracy theories 101. Epigraph. Hold your fire. Don't shoot the messenger. Though I know that this message be stressing you. I'm a mirror. I just reflect what I see. So please don't shoot me. I'm not the enemy. Listen carefully and pay attention. This poem will not be on Facebook, will not be on YouTube or Twitter, will not be published in an anthology, and will not be on the 5 o'clock news. This poem will self-destruct upon completion. Just like free jazz improvisation, it will never be experienced again. This poem is to tell you that all the news is fake, owned by the same motherfuckers that don't want you to know that they are motherfuckers. Democrats and Republicans are just opposite sides of the same coin. They hang out and have drinks, snort coke, and fuck the same underage boys and girls from the secret pedophile ring in the White's house at the end of the workday. Truth be told, they don't run anything anyway. It's just a facade. There is no government. It all belongs to the Federal Reserve, run by the Bilderbergs, the Masons, the Skull and Bones, the Illuminati, the Jesuits, and secret societies. Your birth certificate and social security number are banknotes payable in blood when you die, but nobody told you. It's all in the books. Behold the Pale Horse, The Occult Conspiracy, and The Truth Shall Set You Free by David Icke. You can still find them overpriced on Amazon. Copies are limited or may be out of print. Steve Coakley exposed it years ago on YouTube. The Holy Bible is fiction designed to control you. Actually, it's an astrology book. If you think I'm talking heresy, if Jesus really saves, he would have done it already, but he couldn't save himself. I turned off the president's speech. It's all an illusion anyway. Social media is a government experimental mind control mechanism on your computer and your mobile device. Everything you do is being watched and recorded by your TV. Immigration detention camps are rehearsals for martial law. Global warming is controlled by harp. No harp. It's not a musical instrument. It's not the mayor of Elm City either. I don't have time to explain it, but it's not too late to Google it. The housing projects are part of the Rockefeller plan. It was a Yale experiment. So is gentrification. The food at McDeath Burgers, Kentucky Diet and Ice Slop is fake too, designed to prepare you for Soylent Green. The New World Disorder is sitting on your doorstep. When the doorbell rings, don't answer. If you act now, it's not too late to stop it. Trump skin thin is a fake president. Mumia told me resistance works, but justice still rides in the back of the bus. So where's John Brown when you need him? Remember, struggle will set you free. Don't forget, you never heard any of this from me. This poem is a last warning. It will now self-destruct. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, poof.
I love that. I love how you ended that too. Yeah, if you got a second one for us too, man, that'd be awesome.
That's from my book. I did come here to tap dance. Check me out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, if you got a second one, you can go ahead and share a second one with us. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to read.
Before the end of the world, if you think I'm sexy, let me know. Because we could get along before these madmen blow up the world. I could be your bridge from the past to the future because the present doesn't present much hope, and I'm looking for an alternative to war. Maybe a dark beer or a Nati Dread woman who practices ganja inhalation meditation. I want to taste the THC on her tongue. Take me to some other place deep between her thighs. I want to contemplate her navel from the inside. Search for answers to questions like what makes her juices flow. And I'm looking for an end to rhetoric. There's a battle going on to capture your mind. Surround yourself in light. Forget your prayers. Instead of trying to talk to God, meditate. God will talk to you. Listen to the silence. It may be the only good news available as lost souls cry out the truth, sacrifices to injustice, victims of the world's disorder. Beware of bushes that burn. Wake up and piss, the world's on fire. I saw it on the news the other day. Some madmen with stolen passports, men of no property who love death more than women and freedom more than anything, set fire to Twin Towers in the Pentagon. Snakes' eyes came up like skeletons. The stench of rotting corpses poisoned Wall Street. Wrapped in old glory, the Dow tumbles like a drunk down a dark stairway, a victim of amnesia, forgetting all the crimes she has committed. Pleading not guilty in the court of insanity, a cacophony of stolen elections, genocidal reflections, and wars that rage on since Solomon's temple. So choose the red or the blue pill, if you will. You scoffed when told to behold that the horse was pale. Liberty is stuck at the airport. Bags being searched by the National Guard. Cheeks spread, raped again like Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Vietnam, and Palestine. The news is controlled by Disney. The fantasy on your TV is stark reality, only you have the power to change it. Put down your flag. It cannot protect you from the karma.
Oh boy. I love that piece, man. That is some shit right there. The news is controlled by Disney. You speaking some truth there. Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for the one and only Baba Ngoma.
That was powerful. That was
Yeah, thanks,
wisdom,
brother. Thank you.
no doubt.
Oh, so much truth.
Yes.
Oh, that was wonderful. Really powerful.
Yeah, now I gotta follow that. So, um, so I'm gonna go ahead and I've been talking to this cat Tyler Frederick. I don't know if you guys had the chance to meet him yet. Frog Corps met him. They were doing cave poetry.
Frog
He's
Corps.
out there doing so much stuff, man. Like, but me and him linked up for a minute. We wrote this collab. It's not quite finished, but it's enough to perform here. And he has a part, I have a part. He has a part, I have a part. So I'm gonna snap when it goes to the next person. It starts off with this young man, Tyler Frederick, that Frog Course had introduced me to, and he's a spelunker. You know, they go cave diving and all that. Um, Joski, if you could mute yourself, that'd be cool. Cause I came out back to read this so I can project myself without waking up my wife who's sick and sleeping next to me. Um, but yeah, I got this piece. I kind of wanted to share with y'all because I think it's going a little somewhere. Cause he read something he was working on. I said, man, can I add on to that and make a collab? And he said, yeah. So this is his part here. I think the working title he had was Grade B, and I'm gonna snap when it goes to my part, and then snap when it goes back to him, and then a third snap will be back on my part to end it. But this is Tyler Frederick and Thomas Open Minds, work in progress, Grade B. In a past life, I drowned in a flood of maple syrup. Or at least that's what I tell myself when situations get sticky. See, I trained for this. Keep my wits about me, and the gains will keep stacking up. Now I've cut my losses. They don't make 'em like me anymore. That's why I had to make myself do it. All it takes is a willingness to get a little bit sticky and the tenacity to stick with it. I drip fluid on this seed, it's sticking to me, to the insides of me. It's slick, I slip and trip into it. This past life, you see. I pass mics that bleed. That's right. A slippery, sticky, conscious being, relinquishing its will to me. I have seemed to leak syrup from all my seams. With every step I leave a trail of full uncertainty, absurdity, and all things never really meant to be seen. Like sticky bits of six hollowed out poker chips in the grips of an insane poet. Be mine. Swallow my mind, it's open. Shit. My brain is overloaded. Quit. This chain is corroded. Sick. I'm too fucking loaded. My spirit floating, going nowhere with the notion that nowhere is a place in the middle of the ocean. Hoping to wash off the syrup sticking to my thoughts so I can stir up some pancakes and let them free. Sit back and let me breathe. This six pack ain't gonna drink itself, so I grab three. Split it with the closest person I see. Tell him to chug it with urgency. It's an emergency emerging from me. An emergence of me. The beast I've been. Oh no, he's back again. Stuck in his tracks again, leaking. Guess there must have been an accident. The brass tacks on him developed a patina. Whole demeanor. Stick it to the man. He forgot who the man is. Sticking to the plan when there's no plan, kid. Is that really what your plan is? And you wonder why you're feeling like damaged goods in a bargain bin and still broke as you've always been a leader when you weren't following your inner demon's demeanor. I need a cleanse, need a cleaner, Been drowning in syrup, I need a fucking breather. All the time in the world, and you ain't been leaning like your tower moment was in Pisa. Need to follow your dreams or they'll stalk you like a thief in the dark night of the soul. It's a long, dark road when you chose to go it alone. Stick it to the darkness like it was home. A tombstone, that heartless throne, begging to be overthrown like my lonely, fully grown fist, ripping through the bullshit. And the stained glass windows at God's home. These works of art portray the evil that men do, devoid of heart and clever friends too. They walk equal with the people. I guess we all stick to the sin too. If you ain't ungluing your mind, then why take the time to fight for what's right in front of you? This syrup disrupt the distrust in me. I'm equally liable for kicking this frequency that makes my noise bleed. If I go all in, then please just take it for what it be. Believe half of this shit that I speak. And that was something I was working on with Tyler Frederick
Whoa. Nice.
there.
Sipping on scissor.
A slick slippery. I like that. And then you know what? I think I'm going to finish off my set for the night, my little welcome back show. First off, I want to thank all y'all who came through tonight and everyone who is here tonight. I've been feeling sick, and I was like, going to host back. Dre's going and doing his own thing, so we're taking the shows back and doing this again, and we got dope features lined up. I've already booked a few more tonight. We got Artie Fox, Nemo soon, Toxic. And Gom, I might even have to bring you in towards the end of the year again. I know we just featured you recently, but I can't get enough of you. Joski C2, like, I don't know, we might have to, there's plenty of weeks in the year, right? But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out and really making tonight just such a wonderful night. And, it was a pretty small room, which is great. I know a lot of people are out there doing the holiday thing, traveling, family, whatever, it's the new year. But I just appreciate y'all for being here tonight. Um, with that said, I started this thing like almost 4 years ago or something. It was just hey, let me do an open mic to read some things, and I've met some of the most wonderful poets from around the world, and and everybody just came together and really made Open Minds what it is, right? And kind of looking back, I think that this would be an appropriate poem. It was from one of our Kaya prompts, "Come as You Are," when we was doing that show. Is Dear Reflection, and it goes like this. Hey, you, I see you, seeing me, believing in we, my sweet dearest reflection. It seems these years have left a progression on this face of ours. So many hours we've spent wasted on contemplation of these lines, wrapped tightly around our mind. I'm glad to see you're doing fine. The times you were sad were hard for me. You see, we finally seem to be breaking free from the trauma that we have sailed in, all the failures that derailed us. I'm so glad that we can look each other in the eyes once more, without crying or feeling remorse for not accomplishing a better score. I'm really sorry that your back is sore. As you know, it's been a rough life. So thank you for being right by my side. Even when you hide from this reflection, trying to ignore our imperfections, I feel blessed when we are both on the same page. So let's spread love and dodge the grave. Maybe play a montage of all our victories in lieu of pain. I'm glad we're the same, 'cause you get me. I hope you never forget we when I step away from this glass. Keep us in your mind as the time passes us by. My dear reflection of mine. Thank y'all, man, for that. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I guess give it up for me. Welcome back to Open Minds, hosted by Thomas Open Minds. 2025, the year we thrive. We got a bunch of features coming up. Yeah, and we
Give it
got
up to
talks.
Thomas. What's up? Give him his props, y'all. What's up?
It's always so weird as the host to be like, give it up for me, right? Like I always try to just go into the next person because it just feels so weird. Like, yeah, hey, give it up for me.
No, you need to get your flowers. You need your flowers, like, you know what I'm saying, especially for giving us a place to do this.
Well, I appreciate y'all for showing up to, share great poetry. I mean, and inspired me, like from 3 years ago when I started, 3, 4 years, whenever it was, I started this, my poetry has progressed so much and I could see it in my writing too. Like, oh, I got a little bit of this from that person. And not just the writing, but the performance, the delivery, the cadence, the tone, the pacing, like I learned a little bit from everyone who shows up to these mics weekly, and it's been an amazing ride. And yeah, I'm excited for this next year. Stepping back up, hosting the Friday shows again. We got John Michael and Catalyst doing Mondays. Like, we got some new shows on the burner. The Muse IC, where we're gonna start bringing music and poetry together more. And it's just, it's gonna be some beautiful stuff happening. So yeah, I appreciate all y'all, man. And with that said, uh, I think I'm out back still, but I'm pretty sure it's just Toxic left on the list, right? You closing us out tonight?
I could.
I mean, hey, even if you gotta repeat some stuff for your feature, yo, I listen to my favorite songs 2, 3 times a day when I'm driving around and stuff. Like I,
In
you
sync
can't.
constant rotation.
Yeah, like, hey, if I like it, man, I want to hear it over and over. So
I hear you. I hear you. Since I heard a couple of practices, I'm gonna go through some of my notes. That way I don't do a complete piece and just work on some deliveries on the way out.
oh, I like that. I like that.
If they're incorporated into some pieces in 2 weeks, then we'll see if y'all can detect them or not.
It's a little game we play.
Right. All right, Baba. Good night. Nice meeting you.
Good night, Baba. Hey, thanks for coming through, brother. I love you. Yeah, I'm about to feature you again so it coming up next year. Maybe we'll do it on the same date that you featured for us this year, man. Because I need Baba. I need more Baba. So yeah, I hope you have the sweetest dreams, man.
Practice runs. Upon introduction, I'm never reluctant to cause all destruction without interruption. So welcome to the Terror Dome, where life is the pits like cherry stones. A place where I'm very known for leaving bodies to be carried home. They swear they're grown, but it's barely shown. In fact, they act scared alone. Hiding Cuban links, ropes, and herringbones and smelling like estrogen pheromones. I maneuver through streets like commuters with sugar babes and cougars and supermodels from Hooters. Some of your futures lead to stitches and sutures. I outthink computers and leave losers in stupors. Smiling cuter than a happy Buddha and toothy barracudas, I try angles like Bermuda when I'm out for my Gouda. Get bloodstain remover to clean up after my shooters. This takes balls like hoopers, and most of y'all have been neutered. Look at what you did, got your ass booted. You're too stupid to be suited for skills this deep-rooted. So you'll get no apology for my lack of modesty when I was honestly born a child prodigy. Knowing I'm partially some kind of anomaly, I made up my policy to rhyme in high quality. Most folks commonly sell out like commodities or try winning the lottery to boost their economy. Minds lost like lobotomy, fucked as in sodomy, with no apology, respect, or camaraderie. It's not hard to see I can use my artistry to tell my biography as a tragic comedy, because I'm probably the only one stopping me from recording properly to own homes and properties. One thing's definite, people are desperate to become separate from their financial deficit. I'm clever with subject and predicates, but all I ever did was rhyme for the hell of it. But most pussies are delicate and need to stay celibate, so let's just let them quit, and only I'll be left to spit. In my estimate, that's good etiquette, because when they forfeit, we will all benefit. Far from a pessimist, but who can mess with a specialist putting emphasis on rhyme seeming effortless? Folks disconnected with this much recklessness clutch pearls or tuck necklaces and call popes and exorcists. But once they learn where the exit is, they'll take flight like Israelites did in Exodus. If I go back to old antics, this crowd will go frantic and watch folks start to panic and claim I'm satanic. Because I have to write by candlelight and sacrifice half my nights. If bastards like most parasites acted right, they'd pass the mic. Misses and misters, I'm dissing the hipsters. Listen to whispers while I'm twisting my whiskers. Y'all get the picture? I'm a permanent fixture. When my hands get blisters, I drop bars like power lifters. Unsure why fools try to do what I do just because they learned one haiku way before high school. But no one's inviting folks to start writing just because it's exciting to hear me do my thing. I'm advising they begin analyzing why my rhyming has their blood pressure rising. Some are liking when I'm striking like lightning, but to copy is biting, and that makes me quite frightening. Because I fill the scene with the smoke from killer greens and spill the beans to behead like guillotines. So don't intervene or dream of getting in between when me and my team must leave in limousines. I always have been keeping folks gasping for oxygen masks and past needing aspirin. I'm now and everlasting, the best thing happening, so there's no need for asking who runs type ships as a captain. As the only clever dude helping folks get a clue, I've been scheduled to tell a few ghetto views. 1, never let a fool get a step ahead of you. 2, wear gloves, no fingerprints or residue. 3, do what you gotta do to increase your revenue. Ask any OGs you ever knew if you doubt what I said is true. Let's be candid, I'm branded underhanded, stealing shows like a bandit, so fans get enchanted because the first seed's been planted. I'm too fresh to be lancet, that's just how the pants fit, ever since a damn kid. Granted, my body's expanded. I'm the best on the planet, just as I planned it. So the fathership is landed, as was demanded. So find a place where you can sit and lock in for transit. My rivals are liable to be clutching their Bible, dead on arrival with no signs of vitals. That's right, I'm entitled to right to be spiteful and ensure my survival with pistols and rifles. I find it delightful that some call me their idol, while others lie idle, I stay homicidal. I'll take time to warn ya, someone in California can point out who's cornea with cataracts on both my corneas. I swear I might care if I wasn't a nightmare, but I don't fight fair. You will die right there. Ladies and gents, taste my vengeance, laced each sentence, so pay repentance. I'll take any apprentice and make them a menace. My loyal lieutenants run rackets, not tennis. I swing for the fences and defeat your defenses. My bars are relentless and will beat you senseless. Is there anything else in store? Because y'all got me hella bored. I wish I could teleport until your crafts have developed more. You caught the blame. We are not the same. A lot of lames want a shot at fame, but got no game now that God has came. Uh-oh, did my music go off? Oh, well, forget it. On to the next. It was a white lie saying that I tried to be a nice guy when you might die. So say bye-bye while you get this bullet right through your right eye. Competitors better get ready for a predator. This writer and editor is more corrupt than senators. Who's like a creditor for your state treasurer? Ever since the beginning, every battle I've been in, I was instantly winning and leaving heads spinning like B-boys. I'd rejoice if my unit deploys to destroy the decoys. You false rhymers must have Alzheimer's. The greatest of all time is major to y'all minors. Here's a reminder that there is no one finer as a designer of jabs and punchliners. I rhyme so incredibly, some will get upset with me and readily check registries for breeds of my pedigree. I write recipes as remedies to rest in peace and ecstasy. If it's your destiny, leave a legacy and die it with integrity. I'm the baddest on the mic apparatus and glad that is the status which matters in this madness. Let me bear witness to artists' carelessness. Toxic is a terrorist and why they need therapists. If it's not obvious, let's ask the audience if we should not be pissed by poet sloppiness. They sound preposterous. I'll bring a stop to this. Charge each metropolis like a rabid rhinoceros. I completely speak free, distinct and uniquely, so folks can't beat me, but weaklings try weakly. I tend to quiet folk when I'm provoked, get high on smoke and crack punchlines and jokes, but give me the microphone and I might go into a nice flow cycle with Psycho. The words I work with fit verses so perfect, they must be on purpose, so your purchase was worth it. My rhymes are complex and taken out of context, but if there's a contest, I want to go on next. I keep artists pissed. They want no parts of this. It's hard to miss when a narcissist gets it lit like an arsonist, but don't get it twisted like pretzels, thinking you're special. I'll get disrespectful and drain your blood vessels. Now hear this. Here is the nearest place where fearless theorists can speak their thoughts the clearest. And I've been a vet before the internet. Far from finished yet, so select me to win a bet. My vocabulary has to bury every adversary. They say that is scary when fear floods their capillaries. When I'm in the doorway, it won't be your day. I'm colder than sorbet in winters of Norway. All I'll do or say is fuck you without foreplay. Of course it's foreplay because that's my forte. I'm over it and wrote some shit giving notices to those with no business trying to be vocalists. Because none are as dope as this, so get used to hopelessness. Prepare to see if people dare to be somewhere without scarcity of heresy. Words chosen carefully and spoken with clarity, so folks are scared of me, and that's why they need therapy. But in all sincerity, the severity of our skill set disparity makes me a rarity, gaining popularity, so pay charity towards my prosperity. But don't try to be a hero, or you'll be frozen at sub-zero. Why would I fear foes when they're all fucking weirdos? Anyways, that's just some
That's
shits
my
and giggles.
yo. I love your approach and just your attitude towards creativity and flowing and just having fun with it, but still dropping knowledge, but like keeping content, but still playing with it and keeping it light, man. And it's amazing, bro. And actually, once I stop this record, I want you to stick around too, because I got a little piece I want to share with you, and maybe we could just freestyle a bit or just kick the shit.
Hey,
Um,
kick the shit,
you know what
I'm
I'm
happy to be
saying?
out. That's all I want to talk to you about anyways, and I want to get your opinion on something, on an idea.
All right. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and close out this recording. If you guys want to be a part of the after hours, open minds, open room, but we don't want to record the whole night. So we're gonna shut this recording off now. I want to thank everyone who's ever came to any open mind show. Uh, and everyone who showed up tonight. It's the new year. I'm taking back the Friday shows. We got John Michael and Catalyst taking over Monday. Slam Jam will now be on Bloodline Poetry. Dre and China Bloodmeyer doing their thing over there. Check it out. Yeah, and so I'm excited for this new year. We got some dope features lined up, including what you just heard now, 2 weeks from today. So yeah, thanks again, everybody, and stay inspired. We love y'all. Peace.